Alright guys, so we're out here in the backyard. Sorry about the neighbors. It's not really the neighbors, I just live across the street from a school, so you guys are going to hear some kids playing and screaming, so sorry about that. But this is a piece of wood that come down in one of our storms we just had. It's a black walnut tree that I got in my backyard, and this is a piece of it. So I think that's a pretty nice hard wood. It's still green. You guys can see the leaves are dying on it. I just basically took the piece and threw it in my shed. I figured I could use it for something. So we're gonna do a cutting test. This is the tops. Let me see if my camera will work with me today. So this is the Tops MSK Survival. It's a Scandinavian grind. It's got a 3-inch blade. It's got a really small handle, but I got a leather lanyard on there to help me get a better purchase. Let's see if I can get a better purchase. So it's a three-finger grip, and my pinky goes on the lanyard. So I'll trim this off. And we'll just shave some bark off, just for our first little preemptive test. So it's got a really nice bite to it. That Scandinavian blade really does. There's a knot right there, getting rough on it. So, but that Scandinavian grind really processes through wood. So let's switch over to the Esee Izula 2. So this is brand new, out of the box. As you guys can see, let's get a close-up of it. So that's the Esee Izula 2 with the micarta scales. It's like a canvas micarta. The other Tops MSK's got like a linen micarta. So definitely have a lot more drag. Still does the job, just doesn't slice through it as well. Takes a little more pressure. Let's focus around. Yeah. Really nice though, cuts really good. This thing's got knots all over it. Just a reminder guys that this is actually still green wood. It's not dead. This bark's really flimsy. So that's probably affecting my testing a little bit. So start biting into the wood. Yeah. Yeah, the Tops MSK, it really gets a lot better of a bite, as you guys can see, than the Esee Izula 2. The Tops MSK is also a lot heavier than the Esee Izula 2. So let's see if I can get some biting in this. Yeah, it's just wanting to glance off. It wants to glance off the wood, and the Tops MSK, it wants to bite into the wood. Here, let's see if I can get a. You guys can see that. The thing is just chewing and going into it. Oh man, the mosquitoes are bad. But let's see. Yeah, doesn't want to cut as well. That's for sure. I do really like the handle on this one. It's definitely can get a lot more pressure. The blade seems to be shorter, so So yeah, the blade is in fact shorter. Not sure on the exacts, but I just matched them up right here. And there you go. So the blade is just a hair longer. The Tops MSK's handle is not as chunky and is not as meaty. Doesn't have as good of a purchase, but it is more curved and ergonomic. Not too sure. Guess we'll have to just look at that though, guys. I mean, this is just powering. It's that Scandinavian grind. This thing just chews wood up. Wow. So, probably my favorite for carving wood, at least damp green wood, it's going to be the Tops MSK, hands down. Doesn't really matter on the handle size. It would be nice if it was bigger, but just the blade just chewing through this wood works out great. I'm not going to be able to argue with that at all. It just bites into it. Takes less effort to actually cut those chisel piece off. So this is going to notch a lot better than the Esee Izula 2. The Esee Izula 2 just doesn't want to take big bites. Just doesn't. I mean, it takes a lot more effort to get the carving done, but it's okay. It still works. It looks great. Looks fantastic. Really happy with it. So let's go do some other stuff. That's gonna be it for this video, but we'll still mess around with this knife and see what we can do. So stay tuned, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the description box below. And as always, feel free to subscribe. Later, guys.